What we're going to talk about tonight is box sets. I have never seen the deluge of box sets like I'm seeing right now. It seems every time I turn my computer on, turn my phone on, there's two or three more box sets for sale. I mean, what's going on here? I don't know. Maybe some of you have opinions on that. I mean, clearly the box sets are for an targeted vinyl in particular to the older demographic because we've got the 50th anniversary of so many of our rock gods, and that's playing into the whole box set thing. And it's also a way for them to capitalize. They take one album, they remaster it, remix it, they add a bunch of outtakes, they turn it into three or four albums, and then they add some pictures, they add some booklets, and now voila, you have a box set at several $100s. And I know Michael's got some things he wants to say about this one in particular.
We were talking about this album just before going live. And,
that's right.
I told him I would be as succinct as I could. One of the things I wanted to bring out about this album and this box set and this remix is that a ton of box sets, a ton of stuff, are they worth it? That's going to probably be the where we're going to go for the rest of the evening. But this is one special. This is one special box set, and for less than $200, here's what you get. You get the original album, not only remastered but remixed. Okay, so it's remixed. It's not remixed from the original stereo mix or the original mono mix per se. It is remixed like it was impossible to remix it last year. Now, what happened? What happened was during the Get Back movie, when Peter Jackson was putting that together, him and his team developed new sonic technology to isolate voices and everything. That's why we got all those wonderful intimate John and Paul discussing George leaving, and yet we just saw a still picture, right? That's how they did that. Well, now here's the problem. Everybody always says, well, what's the difference between Sgt. Pepper and that being remixed and Revolver and that being remixed? After all, they were both recorded with 4-track technology. Here's the difference. Sgt. Pepper was recorded with a 4-track machine, no doubt, in tandem with another 4-track machine. So earlier incarnations of, well, not with Sgt. Pepper, but usually bass work, rhythm guitar, drums, were still isolative. You could go back and get those and bring those into the mix. Then you could go get the second record, bring those in, and with new technology, sync them up, and you had this wonderful remix for Sgt. Pepper. Here's the problem. With the exception of one song, and that is Tomorrow Never Knows, which is curiously the first song they recorded for this album, you would have thought they would have gone from, that technology on. But they laid it aside and returned to their approach that was more, say, Rubber Soul-ish, for the remaining tracks. Amazing tracks. They did incredible things that went way beyond Rubber Soul. But here's the problem. They'd lay down Paul, his rhythm guitar, and they would combine those over there, and then they would use the isolative things for the octet. Well, you recorded that twice. That got laid over there. And then you would put the Beatles, John and Paul's backing vocals on top of that. All right. And now you can't get back to Paul's rhythm guitar. You can't get back to one section of that octet. Because there was no 2 4-tracks in tandem working. So with this new technology, we'll just pick up Paul's bass here. Now, I was talking about Taxman earlier, and I did a whole video on why that is the best damn mix of that song that exists in stereo. All right? And you can go see that. But here's the final thing. This box set also includes, from a tape master, not digital, a remaster at least. It's not a remix, it's a remaster. So we're going to get a more high, powerful, polished sound of the original, which many people claim is the ultimate mix of this album, the mono mix.
Michael, I got to go another direction, man. So I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to put it this way to our chat room people in layman's terms. Let's start with this. I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan, for example. I love Alfred Hitchcock. I love his movies. They called him the king of black and white before color came out.
Yeah.
Now,
right.
A box set to me is colorizing Alfred Hitchcock's black and white films. They were not meant to ever be colorized. He knew how to work with shadows. And George Martin putting those two 4-track machines together, and what Michael just explained to you people is called ping ponging. They had a ping pong tracks. That was the term back then to enable. So they got this new technology, like a vocoder. You know those voice correction things that you guys love? Some songs are meant to sound like they're coming out of Megahorn. The Beatles didn't need to be improved. They were already badass. The only people buying these box sets are super fans. Super fans will buy manure at the end of a stand on Walmart. You can get these songs the way they were meant to be for $2 a track at Spotify, Apple, anywhere you want. Don't spend $100 to hear something remixed by some who wasn't even in the room. Get the shit the way it was. Otherwise, you're wasting your money.
But Lou, I would agree with you on 99% of all of these remixes by other bands. But you know what? This isn't just another guy that wasn't there. This is the son of the guy that was there, and really, he is fabulous.
No, he wasn't there. Well, he wasn't old enough. And here's the next part. Come on, Michael.
He's the son of the man who was there and personally trained by his father. Okay? So,
nepotism doesn't make it right.
Lou, it's just my opinion. On my channel, I give my opinion. And the video that Royce is talking about is, in my opinion, we call everybody who subscribes to my channel the tribe. I only give my opinion. That's the question to the tribe. And then in the comments is where my channel comes alive. And that's where the real, I get outvoted all the time. And you're absolutely.
I love your shit, Michael. I do too.
Seriously, Lou, if you told me that Rubber Soul is far superior to Revolver, I couldn't argue with your verdict, because Revolver is a freaking masterpiece.
The both.
Yeah.
I started